Hello and welcome to You Are Okay. I am Lietta and today we are diving deep into what life feels like when you are under control. When someone else decides your choices, limits your freedom, and subtly or overtly manipulates your daily life. If you've ever felt like you cannot act for yourself, second guess every decision, or feel trapped even in your own home, this episode is for you. You are not alone, and what you feel is real. By understanding what is happening to your mind, body, and emotions, you can start taking steps toward reclaiming your autonomy. Daily emotional experience are fear and anxiety and confusions. Living under control is like being on constant alert. You never know what might upset the other person, whether it's your partner, boss, friend, or family. Fear. Even small decisions become stressful. You anticipate disapproval or punishment before it happens. Anxiety. Your body is always slightly tense, muscles tight, stomach uneasy, heart racing. Even minor disagreements feel like crisis. Confusion. Over time, you may lose sight of your own desires. You start asking yourself, do I want this or am I just doing what they expect? For example, you want to take a day of the rest, but the thought of saying no to a controlling boss or partner makes your stomach twist. You hesitate, overthink, or cancel your plan entirely. You feel guilty for wanting rest and scared for asserting your need. Subtle and constant manipulation. Manipulators rarely rely only on open threats. More often, control is woven into everyday interactions, so the victim slowly internalizes it. Criticism disguised as concern. You always mess things up. You should listen to me. Gaslighting. You are imagining it. You are overacting. And conditional rewards. Attention, approval, or love is given only when you comply. Isolation. Keeping you away from friends, family, or support networks. These tactics train the brain to obey. The victim slowly begins to doubt their perceptions, minimize their own needs, and prioritize the manipulator's rules over their own well being. For example, your partner says, if you really loved me, you wouldn't go out with your friends. Even though you have the right to see your friends, you internalize the guilt and cancel your plans, reinforcing the belief that your desires don't matter, and your partner wants to sacrifice, and you do that. Examples of control I can give you across different areas of life. Control and manipulation can appear in all areas. Um, Romantic relationships, like demanding your time, controlling who you see, checking your phone, belittling your choices, or using affection as a reward of compliance. Work environments, micromanaging your tasks, criticizing mistakes harshly, creating fear of promotion or termination, making you doubt your skills. Friendships or family, using guilt, obligations, or emotional blackmail to direct your actions, promising help or support that only comes when you obey. Everywhere control exists. The results is the same. Your inner life shrinks, your energy is drained, and your ability to act independently diminishes. Psychological, physical, and energetic impact is really huge. Being under control affects mind, body, energy in interconnected ways. Mentally, difficulty making decisions like low self-esteem, constant self-doubt, and a sense of inner conflict between what you want and what you are allowed to want. Emotionally, chronic anxiety, sadness, fear of being judged, guilt for having needs, helplessness, physically, fatigue, muscle tension, headaches, digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and sometimes worse and worse, much longer you are in this environment. Energetically, a sense of inner emptiness, loss of joy, inability to dream or imagine life on your own terms, bad personal boundaries, feeling like your life is not yours. Your nervous system is hypervigilant, predicting threats even when they are unknown, like your brain is trained to prioritize the manipulator's comfort over your needs, making it feels impossible to act for yourself. Uh, it's not easy to understand the victim inner experience, and many victims feel a deep internal conflict. They wanting to act but being paralyzed by fear, wanting to speak up but silenced by guilt or anticipation of punishment, feeling responsible for others but disconnected from their own life. For example, you might have a project at work that excites you, but the voice inside your head, I shouldn't try, I might fail, and they will criticize me anyway. Even though logically it's safe, your body and mind react as if danger is real. If you recognize yourself in these patterns, first acknowledge your feelings. Fear, guilt, confusion, and anxiety are natural responses, not weaknesses. Notice small acts of autonomy. Even choosing what to eat or what to wear really counts. These tiny steps rebuild self trust. Journal your experiences. Record moments when you followed your desires or when manipulations occurred. Seeing patterns helps understand what is really happening. And remind yourself your needs, your time, and energy are valuable. You deserve autonomy and respect. In our next episode, we will explore constant fear and anxiety, why your brain feels frozen under control. We'll examine the nervous system, how hypervigilance affects your body, and why these responses are your brain's natural defense. Remember, you are not at fault for being controlled, and the feelings you experience are serious and real. Awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your life, energy, and personal freedom. Thank you for listening.